Yo, what's up, my mullet Sharp here, and bring you guys a YouTube video. We're just going to do a live League Play, and for the reason being, I just want to do a live commentary. If you look at how many people are playing League Play right now, 2,731. And we're just going to talk about a few things here, and I do go in solo, and I do get Magandi teammates, so I don't really care what my placement is, but let's talk about what's been going on Twitter today and everything that's been announced and everything that's going on. They announced they didn't say it was Call of Duty XP2. They just said it was like the World Tournament or something like that. So they pretty much announced another COD XP. Same prizes. Pays out through 8th. First place is $400,000. So $100,000 for each player. Not bad. They announced that. And it also announced that you have to be over 18 to play. 18 and over. And there was the same rules for the last COD XP, so there's a lot of buzz going out throughout the community. You know, these players, these teams that don't have players that are 18 or over. You know, let's say for example, Scumpy's not 18, John's not 18. Those are some examples. Probably the two best players in the game can't compete in this tournament. That's huge. It's a big loss to us. You know, John being 16. And that makes it 2 years. So if they hold one next year, you probably won't be able to play in that. So that makes it 2 years that John will not be able to compete in these tournaments if they make another, they have another tournament. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. So the rules that I'll link this in the description. Everyone's been tweeting it. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it where it is. Basically, the top 8 teams from Dallas qualify, and the top 8 teams in League Play qualify. Now, the only way you can qualify from League Play is if you are North American, or if you are American. So if you live in America, the 50 states, you can qualify from playing in League Play, and you place top 8. And any other way you want to qualify, say if you live in Canada, if you live in Mexico or something like that, you have to come to an MLG event and place top 8 there. So Canadians cannot play League Play and qualify through that. I don't know why, I'm not sure, but that's just the way they did it. So if you're Americans, there's plenty of ways for you to qualify. You know, top 8 League Play, top 8 at MLG, just come one of those, and that'll secure your spot. Also, you need to make sure your teammates are all over 18. Now, the question that I have, I don't know, is if we go to Dallas with John and we say we win the event, our team qualifies for COD XP, can we change out John for another player? That's my question. I don't know if it's like, if you go with someone who's under 18, you automatically just void your team from being able to compete in this tournament. I don't know. They haven't really explained that. So as of right now, obviously, we're going to have to find the fill-in. Something's going to have to change with our team. It sucks. It's not something that why would we want to change John? The dude, to me, is the best player in the game. If you ever watch my stream, he consistently dropped 40 bombs in hardpoint. The dude is just ridiculous. So it's like, it's really hard on us because we love the dude and we have to, we're obviously going to have to go with someone else to fill in. And to us, it's like, are we allowed to go to Dallas with John and play with him there and then sub him out for COD XP? Or do we have to go to Dallas with the team that we want to go to COD XP with? I'm calling it COD XP. Don't correct me in the comments. So it's not COD XP, blah, blah. I've seen people doing that on Twitter. Shit's annoying. But to me, it's like they need to release some more info on it. And another thing to me is it was kind of it was poorly the way they announced it. Everyone wanted Sundance to announce MLG. Oh, it's Black Ops MLG, is it? And he announced it last week, and then a week later they announced this. So, what if you're teaming with someone who's under 18? Like, what if our team had already booked our flights and everything, and then we're like, well, John, we're not going to be teaming with you. And like, what if there's a team like that out there that's like that? So I think it's just kind of messed up. They probably should have announced them close to each other and around the same time, just to avoid all that. That's just my opinion. A little unorganized. But yeah, so this tournament gonna be big. 400,000 for first. I mean, it's definitely life changing if you win it. It's definitely a life changing amount of money, and there's no reason to fuck around, and not play for this tournament. So definitely you're gonna see us playing a lot more than we have been. We kind of been slacking in this game as far as playing and getting on and practicing, but you'll definitely see us playing a lot more now. I think this is kind of giving Moho a big motivation. It's giving Assassin a big motivation. I've always been kind of steady wanting to play this game because I was not pleased with how I played in Black Ops 1. and the way that thing turned out. And I quit playing in MW3 just because the game was cheeks McGriddles. So yeah, this game I've always been motivated to play, but I think this is something that will get the whole team behind it, and we'll all just want to fucking stay at home and play all day. Which sounds kind of nerdy, but it's for some big ass money. I mean, you got to look at it like a job. You can go get a job, or you can stay at home and possibly win. I mean, even third place is a good amount. It's like 30 grand each. Like, this shit's crazy. It really is like a life-changing amount of money. So that's pretty much everything going on with that. If we do, like, who we are using, obviously I will announce that, and you'll see it on Twitter probably, and there'll be a press release. And as far as what we're doing for Dallas, you'll see all that out there. We haven't. I can tell you guys we haven't like talked to anyone, and all we've done is like sat in a Mumble chat, or I guess you can. If you guys don't know what Mumble is, it's like Skype. So we pretty much sat around and just talked about what are the possibilities, because we're sitting here and we're trying to think of a player that could replace John that's over 18, and we're just it's not an easy task to do. And we have had some names come up in mind, but I mean, none of the players. I don't think there is anyone over 18 that's better than John. I would say Scump and John are probably some of the best that have played this game. And John, I think, to me, John is probably better than Scump. I don't know if you guys want to get mad at me for saying that, but that's to me how I feel. And it's going to be hard. He's going to be a hard player to replace, and it's definitely going to be a big loss to our team. And it's going to be sad, And even if we do something to where we have to replace him. We still want to try to keep him under the Fear organization, So yeah, be sure to just stay up to date on Twitter and all that stuff, and you will be updated with what we're doing and as far as all that stuff. Big news for Dallas though, they actually sold out team passes and they made slots for like 64 more teams. I think there's like 194 team passes already bought, and that's just the pre-online buying. I definitely will probably get bigger since this tournament was announced, and you will have people, wanting to go and try to compete at Dallas to get that top 8 spot. Even though if they, have in the back of their mind that they probably can't get it, they will probably still go and play. I've seen some people tweet, oh, I have no chance to go to Dallas and get top 8. I'm just going to grind league play. So, this is definitely going to be a big event. I think this is going to be the biggest year for Call of Duty yet. If you look at MLG, this event only 190 teams. That's like, if you add up 4 events from last year, how many teams there were that showed up. So this shit's huge, and things are going to get big, and there's only going to be more sponsors. I don't know if you guys saw Nadeshot got sponsored by Red Bull, so that brings Red Bull into the Call of Duty side. So potentially having them look at other teams, and people see Red Bull sponsoring teams, and they want to go and sponsor teams. It just creates competition, and it brings in more sponsors, it brings in more viewers, it brings in bigger names, but obviously it brings in more money, and it just makes the scene grow a lot, and it's really good to see. I think us being the premier shooter on MLG definitely helps out a lot. Them getting rid of Halo, I know a lot of people were sad about that, and I don't know what this dude's doing, but there was a lot of people angry about that and sending some death threats to Sundance. I've seen someone was telling me about that. That's crazy because he took Halo off the circuit, but we got Halo pros coming over playing Call of Duty. We got people who just played Halo. So many people tweeting me saying, I was a big-time Halo player, and I come over, I see you're a Call of Duty pro. Is there any tips you can give me? So, yeah, definitely the scene has grown from what, we have been last year, even, like, in Black Ops 1. Like, no one took us serious in Black Ops 1. Even the Halo kids just talk shit about us. The StarCraft kids would come over and take our chairs, and the shit was ridiculous. So I think we're going to start getting be taken a lot more serious. MLG is definitely getting their stuff together. They're getting commentators ready. I don't know who the commentators are going to be. As of right now, it looks like Puckett and Revan. They're the one commentating the pro scrims. I like that they're doing that. They're giving recognition to the pro teams. They're putting a name behind them, so when people go to these events, they see who the players are that are out there in the community that are doing work. They give recognition to AMS. I've seen Adversity on there upsetting Envy and beating or who did they beat? No, they beat Thrust and Envy, and you see like this Adversity team, and like if you weren't someone who was in the community and you were watching MLG, like you wouldn't have known who those dudes were. But now you're like, oh, this is a good team. They beat Envy. Envy's a good team. Thrust, DJ Keemstar's behind that team. He's been promoting the shit out of them, and it just gives recognition to a team like that. I like the pro scrims that they're doing that. We did have to back out from the scrims tonight because it's Mojo's birthday. or not Moho's Moho's brother's birthday, and he's wanting to do something with him tonight, and he forgot about that. So we did have to back out against RNX, but we will definitely be on there again, and I will I'll update you guys on that. So I mean, that's pretty much everything that's been going on. Other than the fact of me going off on some people last night on Twitter for saying Fear's washed up, that's pretty much everything that's been going on. If you want to talk, if you guys want me to talk about that, it bothers me when they say like, the biggest thing like when we had Dito was like our whole team's washed up. We're terrible, and now I see people saying John's the only good player on Fear. Everyone else is just washed up. They haven't won since Call of Duty 4. And if I was Assassin, I would be so mad when I seen that, because to me, Fear was a top 3 team in Black Ops 1. I mean, what did they place? They placed 12th, they placed 3rd, they placed 2nd, they placed 1st, they placed 4th, and then Nets they placed like 8th or something. So they were definitely a top 3 team like throughout the whole season. And Assassin even won in the Black Ops 1 event. And for people to call Assassin washed up like that to me is astonishing. This shit's crazy. And I just don't think people understand. I might have to do a whole video about this, because I think there's like a concept in Call of Duty where people think that you have to win you have to win tournaments to make money playing Call of Duty, to be successful in Call of Duty, to be known in Call of Duty. You have to win and stay relevant. You don't have to win. I mean, Nadeshot could never win a tournament again, and he would still be more successful than half the people who play Call of Duty. And it's because people don't really understand the business side and what goes into it. I mean, look at Nadeshot. He's sponsored by Red Bull. I don't know what the hell they're giving him, but Red Bull's a big name, and Red Bull's got to be giving him something. If you look at, he's got his YouTube channel, he has his live stream, he's got things to fall back on. So like I said, he can never win again and still make a career out of gaming. Moho can never win again, and he can make a career out of gaming just for the way that he's built the Fear network. Like he's built up a YouTube channel, he's built up just the Fear team in general. He has a Fear YouTube network, he has a Fear League of Legends team. It just has different things that are going for him that people don't realize, what Moho really does, and how he, kind of stepped away from Call of Duty and throughout Black Ops 1 and MW3 to kind of build up that side of Fear to the point where, we're pretty much a self-sufficient team. Like, we don't need sponsor help getting to events, because we are a self-sufficient team and we rely on stuff that Moho did, and people just don't realize the behind-the-scenes stuff. And I think it's just ignorant people when you ever hear someone say Fear's washed up, or Fear hasn't done this, or Fear hasn't done that. And to me, I just take it as motivation to do better and go out there and win an event, and just say, say something now. Come at us. But that's it for this game. This league play is pretty dumb. People left. What else is new? League play. Yeah. Need one more placement match to get ranked there. But if you guys like this video, thought it was a good little commentary, then give it a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And as always, this is your boy Sharp. I'm out.